Hello, I'm Jane Olver and I work at Clinica London. I'm qualified as a specialist in oculoplastic and lacrimal surgery. I'd like to talk to you about lacrimal surgery, what it is. Lacrimal surgery is specialised surgery on your tear duct. That's the little pathways running from the corner of your eye, right in there, through to the sac, down the duct and into the nose. Lacrimal surgery is done if your tear duct is getting very narrow and you're getting troublesome watering eyes and there's not any other cause of it found. Or if your tear duct is actually obstructed. It could become obstructed because of chronic inflammation that's occurred without you being aware of it. It could be from inflammation from the surface of the eye or from the nose with lots of allergy and hay fever and sinus over the years, or conjunctivitis. There are many different causes of the nasolacrimal duct getting slim, thin, and then occluded. So stenosis and obstruction. There are different ways of treating it. We can try nasal sprays, nasal rinses, eye drops, but at some stage, people who have blocked or partly blocked tear ducts have to have surgery. This is where I come in, as I'm a lacrimal surgeon. I specialise in endoscopic, endonasal dacryocystorhinostomy. Dacryo is Greek for tear, cysto is lacrimal sac, rhinostomy means making an opening between the lacrimal sac and the inside of the nose so that the tears, which can't get down the duct, which is below the sac, find another way out, and this cures your watering. This surgery is done entirely from inside your nose. I've trained since 1994 in using what's called FES techniques from the ENT surgeons originally, and then the ophthalmologists became involved in this. And I've led the way for many years in London and in the UK, and worldwide in fact, promoting and advancing endoscopic endonasal DCR. With this, a small endoscope is used inside the nose, and I make the opening between the sac and the nose so that your tears can drain fully. There's no incision on the skin, there's no stitches, there's no scar. It involves usually a general anaesthetic, and the recovery is a little bit like having sinus surgery, but not quite as bad. So you may have a little bit of oozing and watering from the nose for maybe 5 or 6 days, and you can be back at work by a week. Very occasionally with my endoscopic, endonasal, so we're using an endoscope inside the nose, DCR, lacrimal surgery, I have to put in little silicone tubes. These are soft tubes that you're barely aware of. It just helps keep some of the tiny pathways open while the healing's going on inside. And then I take those out in the clinic afterwards. The silicone tubes can stay in for a couple of weeks, and occasionally, if there's quite a narrowing of the very small, what we call canaliculae, I might leave them in for 6, 8 or 12 weeks. Very rarely longer than that. Many patients suffer from watering eyes, and you'll be surprised how many of you have a lacrimal cause where the tear duct is getting narrower and even beginning to obstruct. This happens in people from about the age of 30 onwards, usually as a result of inflammation, but there are also other conditions, medical conditions, and I'll just name a few. There's sarcoidosis, tuberculosis even, other forms of granulomatous polyangiitis, used to be called Wegener's. These all can cause a blocked nasolacrimal duct and may well need to have the endoscopic endonasal DCR and the various variations that we do around that, specific for your type of blocked duct. Clinica London loves communicating with you. We do that as everyone else does through social media, and we would love you to follow us at Clinica London. We actively post on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. We would love you to follow us and repost and find out more about what we have to offer to you for your eyes, aesthetic and skin, adults and children. please follow us at Clinica London. As well as endoscopic endonasal DCR, a very small number of patients will require what's called a Jones tube. A Jones tube is a glass Pyrex tube. It's a little tiny bypass tube that's placed at the corner of the eye into the nose to help drain your tears. This is reserved uniquely for a small number of patients in whom your watering eye has been caused by, for instance, severe trauma that's transected some of the fine ducts at the corner of the eye and in the nose. Tumour, you may have had a malignancy here in the corner which has destroyed your ducts, and we can't do the standard DCR, dacryocystorhinostomy, or we've tried to do it and we've shown that it doesn't work, and you're going to need a Jones tube. Very bad infections can completely obliterate your tear ducts, and a standard endoscopic endonasal DCR is not going to give you the long-term result you need. So you may have to be a candidate for a very small Jones Pyrex glass bypass tube. I'm experienced in the assessment and placement and management of patients who need Jones tubes. Many patients have had many operations, and until they get their Jones tube, they're still troubled by their watery eye. But once they have their Jones tube, although it can be a bit fiddly to look after, it gives enormous relief from their watering eye. Watering eyes can be caused secondary to dry eyes, eyelid laxity, or an obstruction of the lacrimal outflow system. Older patients may have eyelid laxity. That means that where the tears would normally be what we call pumped along the lower lid, the tears forming on the surface of the eye and the lacrimal gland get pumped into the lacrimal sac. The muscle gets weak as you get older, or there may be some medical condition that's affected it. Your eyelid may be sagging, you may have had eyelid surgery. That pump doesn't work. And so part of my job is to work out whether you fall into the dry eye group, the eyelid surgery group, or the tear duct drainage group. The eyelid surgery group will need what we call eyelid tightening, and that can be done by various forms of surgery called canthoplasty, lateral tarsal strip. There are lots of different ways that I would recommend depending on the exact cause of your eyelid laxity, whether it's an ectropion, an entropion, etc. Eyelid laxity is a lot more common in older people, has to be looked for in watering eyes, as it can easily go unnoticed, and it's something that can be easily corrected with day case eyelid surgery at Clinica London, and avoid you having to have the DCR surgery, the lacrimal surgery. So part of my skills is to assess you and work out what is the cause of your watering eyes. Please do subscribe to the Clinica London YouTube channel. There's a wealth of educational material there that I think you will find most interesting. It covers all aspects of eyes, aesthetics and skin. We're constantly putting new material on there. As we learn more, we want to share that with you. Watch us on the Clinica London YouTube channel and come and see us at Clinica London. You can contact us through our website www.clinicalondon.co.uk, by telephone. If you're abroad, there's the prefix +44, then it's 0207 935 7990, or by email at contact@clinicalondon.co.uk. We are here to help you with your eyes, aesthetics and skin. Whether you be an adult or a child, we will look after you.